And well, the investigation in the Air India flight AI-171 and the black box deepens. The black box will be sent to the United States for data extraction. It has sustained significant damage, likely in the high temperature blaze following the crash. The damage is so severe that Indian authorities cannot extract the data using current domestic capabilities. The complexity of the damage means that any attempt to retrieve the data without advanced tools could risk permanent data loss. The damaged black box is set to be sent to the United States now. In fact, US National Transportation Safety Board Laboratory in Washington, D.C. to be precise. Indian officials will also accompany the black box to ensure all protocols and chain of custody requirements are observed. So why is the black box being sent to the United States? We break down those details for our viewers to help you understand that this process will now not happen in India. It will happen in the US. Why? Because the black box has sustained heavy external damage. The Indian Bureau Lab will not be able to extract this data due to the damage that has been caused to the black box, which is being said is heavy damage due to the high temperature fire. Now, you would remember that as soon as the explosion happened, it literally turned into an inferno of about 1000 degrees Celsius that has also caused external damage to the black box. For the data to be recovered will happen via chip extraction. The chip is to be extracted by removing the memory board, and electronic circuit will be assessed for damage. But all of this will now happen at a laboratory in the United States in Washington, D.C., and Indian officials will be accompanying the US team to take the black box to the United States. And well, it's been a week since the disastrous Air India crash occurred in Ahmedabad. Air India Flight 171 crashed into a medical school. More than 270 lives lost. Only one miracle survivor walked out of the disaster. Ministry of Civil Aviation has issued draft rules to tighten regulations on structures near airports that pose a risk to aircraft safety. These rules aim to empower authorities to take immediate action against buildings, trees, or any other objects that exceed the prescribed height limits in designated aerodrome zones. This means such buildings may be demolished or required to reduce their height near airports. Violators will face strict action and non-compliant structures may be razed. Those in violation must submit details within 60 days. So far, DNA matches have been confirmed for 210 victims and 187 bodies have been handed over to their respective families. Victims' families continue to wait for closure as black box data is still pending. Air India is struggling from plummeting passenger confidence post the tragic Ahmedabad crash. The airline is also grappling with a spate of ticket cancellations and low demands, forcing it to offer sharp fare cuts. Here's a look at the Air India financial turmoil in this next report.
The ripple effects of the Air India crash in Ahmedabad are likely to haunt the national carrier for a long time. The airline is grappling with significant loss of life and damage to equipment, a financial blow that could derail its target of breaking even by the end of this financial year. Adding to its woes is a growing crisis of confidence among flyers. Reports suggest a surge in ticket cancellations, and now, as Business Today TV has found, Air India is offering tickets at steep discounts. The markdowns are particularly stark on Boeing 787 routes, the same aircraft type involved in the Ahmedabad crash. Business Today TV reviewed fares for flights a week from now on June 26. For instance, a seat on Air India 143 from Delhi to Paris on a Boeing 787 is priced at under 31,000 rupees. In contrast, the same route on Air France costs nearly 64,000 rupees. A westbound flight from Delhi to Amsterdam on Air India 155 is available for 26,200 rupees, while KLM 872 is priced at rupees 66,871 for the same journey. On the eastbound front, an Air India ticket from Delhi to Hong Kong is available for under 13,000 rupees, whereas a Cathay Pacific flight on the same route costs nearly 3 times more. A Delhi-Tokyo flight on Air India Boeing 787 is priced at around 37,500 rupees. A ticket on Japan Airlines for the same route and date costs close to 52,000 rupees. The difference in fares on other Air India aircraft is not as dramatic. For example, Delhi to London on Air India 111, an Airbus aircraft, is slightly more expensive than a British Airways ticket. However, the Delhi-New York JFK route on Air India is roughly 25% cheaper than American Airlines. A Delhi-Chicago flight on Air India Boeing 777 is priced around 30% lower than the corresponding American Airlines fare. These sharp fare cuts come even as Air India has announced a reduction in international services operated by its wide-body fleet, Boeing 787s, Boeing 777s and Airbus A350s by 15% effective immediately and lasting until at least mid-July. Air India currently operates around 70 international flights daily using its wide-body aircraft. Bureau Report, Business Today TV.